Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play World of Warcraft with my WoW Wednesdays. So, where we left off last time with Hunjunju, she had just dropped off the fire spirit in the main temple on the Wandering Isle, and she is being sent to the singing pools to gather up the next spirit. I believe since it's the singing pools, it's probably going to be a water spirit, is my guess. And then there'll be two other spirits, an earth spirit and probably an air spirit. If we go with the traditional four elements of fire, water, earth, and air. So here we are at the singing pools and picking up our first quest. And I did a little bit of shopping. There was a little vendor there, so I kind of skipped past that part. I don't think people are that interested in watching me rearrange my items in my bag while I'm shopping and selling and buying stuff. So, all right. So here is Isa that we had to also meet up with, and picking up the quest from her as well. And some of these pools are interesting because, as you noticed when I got into the water, I kind of turned into a skunk. So different pools turn you into different creatures. And that particular one turns you into a skunk. And this next one over here, you'll see that there's the ones that turn you into things have little signs on them. And this one has a sign of a frog. And if you touch the water here, you turn into a frog, which makes this next quest somewhat interesting because you have to go into the water. You can see where the sparklies are. You have to pick up the reeds over here. But you end up turning into a frog when you're picking up the reeds. And right here, that one wasn't a problem, but as you'll see as I go out, here all of a sudden I enter combat, and these silly birds apparently have a taste for frog, and so I keep running back up to the shore and transforming back into myself to try and get away from these stupid cranes because they kind of hit kind of hard. Not initially, but there's a couple of times where you see that I've got like, two or three of them on me, and my health goes down pretty quick, so I have to kind of get away from them. But slowly but surely I get my reeds, and here I kind of decided to change focus and do one of the other quests. This one here I have to defeat a certain number of monks while doing the I think it's the crane or something like that. I forget what it was. I recognize the stance from the Karate Kid, if any of you have ever seen the original Karate Kid. And you have to do this kind of crane stance and everything. But this one's a pretty easy quest. You just fight them until you knock them off the pole, and lather, rinse, repeat. And then the next quest after that is just to kind of hop on these poles until I get to the center of the this little lake where I can ring a bell. So that's another little quest that I've got to do. Let's see, yep, almost done. I've got like one or two more to do. I gotta defeat her and one other, and then I can go off and ring that bell. The singing pools area is actually a super easy to complete. All of the different quests and things, and you've got it all completed once you have finally met the little water spirit and have them join you as a companion. And then off to the next area after that. And okay, so I've defeated all the monks that I needed to, and now I'm kind of trying to figure out the best path to get over to where that bell is. And you can see the reeds are still sparkling, so I haven't picked up all of the ones I need yet. That's my next challenge. And those those silly cranes are quite annoying in my opinion. Because you see all these lovely things down here, but when you're a frog, you can't even fight back. So it's not like I can stop gathering in order to fight them or anything. And yeah, see here I ended up with 2 of them, and you can see that they're starting to do some serious damage. So I'm like, alright, fine, let me get the heck out of here. Let me transform to get them off my back and get myself healed. And as soon as you, yeah, so I ultimately ended up having 3 of them on me, and that's where it can get really dangerous. And unfortunately, the biggest annoyance is the fact that as they're pecking you, they keep interrupting the, you're picking up their reeds and stuff, so that's where it gets really quite annoying, is trying to deal with that constantly. Here you can see here, I'm trying, and it's interrupted, I'm trying, and it's interrupted. It's like, ah. I get very frustrated with this particular quest. You basically have to try and start the gathering process well before the stupid crane gets anywhere near you so that you can complete it before they have a chance to peck at you. And see here, once again, I transform and get rid of them and heal myself, and I think finally I get the last reed over there by under the bridge. As you can see, one is back there, and I'm like, okay, there's no cranes near that one. Let me go get that one. And we're finally done. So that was the one annoying part. The other 2 parts of the other 2 quests were, you know, super easy, and I don't mind those. But ones where you're constantly getting interrupted and not having any luck moving forward with it gets frustrating. Oh yeah, so here this guy wanted the read so that he could demonstrate his kung fu prowess to the little audience that he has here. Alright, so let's go turn in the other quests and then move on to the next set of pools and things to do.
It's good to see you.
One thing is, as she levels up and as we go through these adventures on the Wandering Isle, things are definitely going to get a lot more interesting fairly quickly. The next couple of episodes may still be a little slow as she's still leveling up. I mean, she's still like only level 5 or 6 right now. But as we get closer to level 10, I found things have definitely got more interesting after that. So stay tuned. This is definitely still lots of very low level stuff. Anyway, so here she goes and she falls into this pool and she's like, oh, never mind. trying to figure out her way to where she needs to get going, and then I think I finally realized I needed to get her up here on this little walkway. So I just kind of keep running over here, and then I ultimately end up skipping over so that you can skipped a lot of the running I did to get over here. And here we go. Here's the next set of quests that we need to get done. One involves killing a couple of insect types in the area, and then I forget what the other one is, but we'll get those done pretty quickly, and we're getting pretty close to where we find the water spirit and kind of move on from this singing pools area. This area you kind of complete fairly quickly, so which is nice. I mean, I've got this video is just shy of 15 minutes, and I think I cut out maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes worth of footage. So, you know, you can basically get through this entire area in half an hour or less. Probably less. I tend to stop quite often and work with my inventory or my skills or my whatever. So, or I'm off, like, because I think I've picked up mining as a profession, and so I'm off running around finding mining nodes for mining ore and stuff. So I definitely cut out a lot of that kind of footage from my videos because that's mainly just an interest for me, and it's good way for her to earn gold in the game, but I don't think it's terribly exciting to watch. Alright, so we finally finished those quests, and here we are turning those in. They were getting a little bit long-winded, so I was like, okay, let me just kind of skip past all of that. And now we can kind of get to the next part here, where we're finally going to go ahead and meet the water spirit. And you can kind of see from here where I need to go with the little swirling, glowing discs on the rocks there, but I kind of walked right past them the first time around. I didn't see them. So you can see me kind of wandering around like, now where do I have to go? Can I have to go on the other side over here? No. That's not where I have to go either. And then I think I finally realized, oh, that's right. I need to go on those little glowing discs over here, which actually what they are is they help you kind of jump from rock to rock. So there we go. Alright, so here we are at the Pool of Reflection. And I think we have to summon the water spirit here, which I'll be doing in just a moment. I'm kind of looking around for him, and then I realize, oh yeah, I've got to do this little ritual first. And there he is. And then the next thing I have to figure out here is, oh, first there's a quest turn in right there. And now we'll go on to the next part of this quest, which is basically just kind of playing with the water spirit to make him like me. And the way you do that is kind of jump into these geysers that he's putting into the water and making them push me up into the air. Apparently this amuses the spirit. So, up we go. I think we gotta do this a total of like 5 times, it looks like. So, you know, keep going on these. And once the spirit is amused enough, he will come join us for the next round of quests. So here we go. To be perfectly honest, it looks kind of fun. I'd like, gee, I could do that. As long as I knew I was in for a soft landing. Alright, I think this is the last one. Yep, and now we have a water spirit companion. At least until the next section of quests. So here, now we gotta go turn this in.
It's good to see you.
And I've noticed all the spirits all look very similar to each other. The fire spirit and the water spirit look very similar, except, you know, one's red and one's blue. But they're all kind of cute looking. Alright, so I just kind of skipped past a lot of the running there to get to here. They had arranged a cart for us so that instead of having to run all the way to the next village, they actually have this little bit of transportation that gets us there quite a bit faster than if we ran by ourselves. I think, you know, if my normal running speed is at 100%, then this thing takes me at like 225% or something like that. So, you know, get there more than twice as fast, because it's quite a distance to the next little village that we're going to be doing quests and things in. I kept some of this footage in just because I think the surrounding scenery is quite pretty. And I'm double checking to make sure that our little companion's still with us. And we're about to arrive at the village here. So here we go. And this is where the next area of questing happens. And you can see that there's another spirit over here. This one looks a lot like the water spirit, except if you'll notice closely, it's got a kind of a cow face instead of the face that the water spirit has. But I am going to go ahead and wrap this episode up right here, and I will continue with the adventures next week, so thanks for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye.